The new 2022 BMW M5 CS, short for Competition Sport, is not only the most outrageous version of the F90, 6th generation, M5, but also one of the most ridiculous production BMWs of all time. It's certainly the most powerful. The S63M twin-power twin-turbo 4.4-liter V8 makes 627 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute and 553 pounds-to-foot of torque between 1,800 to 5,950 revolutions per minute. The peak torque figure is the same as you find in the M5 competition, but it's available in the M5 CS for an additional 90 revolutions per minute. That might not seem like much, but keep in mind the M5 comp's peak torque RPM range already exceeds the standard M5's by 170 revolutions per minute. In terms of M5 versus M5 horsepower comparisons, the M5 competition makes 617 horsepower at 6,000 revolutions per minute, and the standard M5 600 horsepower. The 2022 BMW M5 CS gets more than just additional power and revs compared to its lesser versions. It features the same chassis and suspension upgrades the M5 comp boasts over the M5, stiffer engine mounts and suspension springs, 0.2-inch lower ride height, more negative front camber, and a stiffer rear anti-roll bar and toe-link ball joint mounts. BMW says the M5 CS receives additional spring and dynamic damper control tuning compared to the M5 competition to take advantage of the lower vehicle weight and of the optionally available, no-cost, Pirelli P0 Corsa Ultra high-performance tires. Take note of the point about the rubber, as we'll circle back to it shortly. Speaking of weight, the M5 CS tipped our scales at 4,089 pounds, whereas BMW says the M5 comp checks in at 4,344 pounds. We have not had the opportunity to weigh an M5 comp but suspect it would check in lighter than its official weight, due to the parameters under which BMW estimates its car's curb weights. Either way, this is a notable difference between the two models, and the M5 CS diet consists of additional carbon fiber reinforced plastic pieces, including the hood with vents and unpainted carbon fiber, the front splitter, mirror caps, rear diffuser, and rear spoiler. The engine cover is also made from CFRP, and further weight reduction comes thanks to less sound deadening throughout the car. So, what do these upgrades yield in performance terms? We ran the 2022 BMW M5 CS through our standard battery of Motor Trend tests, with impressive outcomes. In our acceleration testing, the 2022 BMW M5 CS produced its best launches via its launch control mode. This produced consistent, clean, and smooth yet explosive launches, and we noted how well the car put the power down without drama. Indeed, it exhibited zero, or almost zero, wheel slip. The AWD just dug in and blasted the car down the track. Our best 0 to 60 mph time came in at a double take, triple take, inducing 2.6 seconds. That's the 5th quickest time we've ever recorded to 60 mph, behind cars like the Tesla Model S Plaid, Ferrari SF90 Stradale Assetto Fiorano, Porsche Taycan Turbo S, Porsche 911 Turbo S, McLaren 720S, Lamborghini Aventador SVJ, and Audi R8 V10 Plus, to name a handful. It also means the CS is even quicker than BMW claims. The company says this M5 reaches 62 mph in 2.9 seconds, so even if we knock off 0.2 second to estimate a 60 mph time of 2.7, our 2.6 second time remains ahead. The BMW's performance through the quarter mile was no less stunning, with a time of 10.7 seconds at 129.7 mph. Only 11 mount measured quarter-mile elapsed times have been quicker, the same cars mentioned above, and a bunch more. If you're employed as a wheelman by nefarious characters who appreciate the quickest of getaways, look no further. If Hollywood remade John Frankenheimer's 1998 cult classic Ronin today, we know which new production car should feature in it. Despite BMW's boast about the M5 CS reduced poundage, the fact remains that a car of this size and a 2-ton curb weight needs to stop as well as it goes. No problem there, as the standard carbon ceramic brakes brought the M5 CS to a halt from 60 mph in just 101 feet. Beating Cadillac CT5V Blackwing by 1 foot and trailing the Porsche 718 Boxster GTS 4.0, which weighs 916 pounds less, by only 2 feet. The brake pedal feel was firm and consistent, and we felt good bite from the 20-inch Michelin PS4S tires. Our only knock against the overall setup is that the firm pedal's short-release travel makes it difficult to trail brake precisely into corners. Did we just mention tires? As impressive as the 2022 BMW M5 CS performed on the Michelins, it really wants to live on its available, more aggressive, and stickier Pirelli P0 Corsas. When we say available, we mean theoretically offered by BMW, But that's where things went slightly sideways for our test. You can get the car smokingly sideways easily, too. For the record, unfortunately, supply chain shortages affecting all walks of industry have hit the tire business as well, and despite our best efforts we were unable to source a set of the Italian rubber. Not only would it have almost certainly provided an even shorter stopping distance in our braking test, but it also would have improved the CS performance on the skid pad and around our figure 8 course. Nevertheless, the big sedan pulled an average of 1.04 grams on the skid pad, and it recorded a best figure 8 lap time of 23.2 seconds at 0.92 grams average. The skid pad number equaled that of the CT5V Blackwing, and the BMW bettered the Cadillac around the figure 8 by 0.2 seconds and 0.03 grams. These are all solid numbers, and we achieved them despite the M5 CS exhibiting loads of understeer on the skid pad and quite a lot of oversteer when exiting corners around the figure 8. Indeed, it was easy to see the M5 CS simply could not reach its full potential on these tires, which was a shame. Despite being unable to record the absolute best test results, we saw more than enough from the 2022 BMW M5 CS to tell us the mechanicals are there. The engine is brilliant, the outright speed is breathtaking, and the brakes are good. The steering in its sportiest setting is quite nice, too. It loaded and unloaded clearly on the skid pad, which told us precisely when the front tires gained or lost grip. This is a proper driver's car, and then some, and it's the most capable BMW M5 of all time, by far. For all these reasons, we're still cursing the damn supply chain. On second thought, perhaps we're looking at this all wrong. We now have a legitimate excuse to get our greedy hands back on the 2022 BMW M5 CS when the better shoes become available, and we'll be thrilled to run it to its mega limits all over again, with even more impressive performance.